Welcome back. In this tutorial, we'll explore the sep and end parameters in Python's print function. These parameters allow you to customize the output of your print statements, making your code more readable and flexible. So what is sep? So what are the sep and the end parameters? First, let's start with the sep parameter. The sep parameter in the print function allows you to specify a specific separator between multiple arguments. So basically saying whatever strings that you passed in, you can add separators like a comma or a hyphen. And I'm going to demonstrate that right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is print out apple, banana, and cherry separated by commas. So I'm going to add print as before, right? And then I'm going to add quote, a double quote. Now, the first one I'm going to put in there is apple. The second one I'm going to put in there is cherry. And the third metaphor, oh yeah, the second one is supposed to be banana. So the second one I'm going to put in there is banana. And then the third one I'm going to put in there is cherry, right? Now, in order to add this separator character, I'm going to add another comma, and I'm going to add sep equals in double quotes, comma. Now, what this is going to do when I run this down here is add a comma. So it's going to be apple, comma, banana, comma, cherry. So I'm going to do that right now down here in my terminal. So the name of my file is nsepparam.py. So all I got to do is run that command, and then there you go right here. We have apple, comma, banana, comma, cherry. And I know you're noticing one thing, like maybe you want this separated by some spaces, and you could add spaces. Like for instance, right here, banana, you could add a space right here in front of banana, and right here in cherry, you could add one from the cherry. And then if I run it again, you see there's some spaces added. And this looks a little bit better instead of having them all jumbled up, running against each other. Next is adding a hyphen. And you can add more different characters, but I'm showing you that you could add, instead of just a comma, you could add a hyphen. So I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm going to separate them by hyphen. So I'm going to type in print, right? Double quotes. And then I'm going to add apple. I'm going to add banana. And then I'm going to add cherry. And then I'm going to add another comma to add my set parameter. And then I'm going to add double quotes. And then I'm going to add hyphen. I'm going to add a hyphen right in between, right there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this again. I'm going to make sure I put some space in front of these so they're not jumbled up together. And then if I run this again, you'll see I have apple, banana, cherry. Well, maybe for this, we can keep the space because it is a hyphen. Now I'm remembering that now. Bam. So it's apple, banana, and cherry. And there you go. Now you know how to use the set parameter in order to add special characters in between these words, these different arguments, which is what being passed in. Next, we're going to go over the end parameter. The end parameter in the print function allows you to specify the characters to be printed at the end of output. Like example one. So in a print function, the default is it always starts on a new line. So for example, if I have print and I add hello, and then I add another print, and then I add world, and then I run that, you see hello world right here. So print by default, every time it prints out, like say you print hello, that's a line. You print world, that's a new line. But you can change this default behavior, right? And output your strings a little bit differently. For example, right here, say if I wanted to add an exclamation point after hello and then add the text world. I could do it like this. So I could do print, and then I could add hello, right? And then I can add a comma, and then I'm going to add the end param, then I'm going to add double quotes, and then I'm going to add an exclamation point, right? So this is going to change the behavior of a new line, and then I can add print world down here. So basically what's going to happen is it's going to print this, it's going to ignore the default behavior of the print function to print on a new line, to start on a new line, and this is going to be on the same line. But what's going to happen is it's going to add an exclamation point after hello. So if I run it again, you'll see hello, exclamation point, world. So this basically allowed this to start on a new line, and I also added an exclamation point. But say if I just wanted to have it keep it on the same line, hello world, I can do that. All I gotta do is just leave it empty and then rerun it again, and then you have hello world. I can add some space right here because it is kind of bunched up together. So if I rerun it again, then you have hello world. And that's pretty much it for the sep and the end parameters. So just to recap, we went over the sep parameter. The sep parameter in the print function allows you to specify the separator between multiple arguments. And arguments are the values being passed to the print function. These are the arguments, and it allows you to add like special separators, like a comma, a hyphen, or any other separator that you're looking to add. And next, we went over the end parameter. The end parameter in the print function allows you to specify the characters to be printed at the end of the output. So, for instance, by default, the print function always prints on a new line for every print command. So we have print hello, print world. The output is hello world, which we demonstrated that in the terminal, and each one has its own line. And we also went over of how we can modify that behavior and add special characters to our strings. So for instance, here, if we want the hello world, hello to start in the same line as world, we can do that down here, like we demonstrated. And also if we wanted to add some special character, like an exclamation point, we can do that similar down here, like we did down here. And that's pretty much it for the end and the set parameter.